I'm on top, this ain't even my peak. And everything they said was out of my reach. It's getting so close now, did it all for the hometown. Time all year, we ain't skipped the boat now.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Battle Pack Series 28, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. Now here we have the Usos in their box. You can see they do come with a surfboard. I have no idea why, but they just do. On the back we have a nice little picture of Jimmy and Jay. Other figures in this line include Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, Big E and AJ Lee. So, not much to say about the box. It's an okay packaging. What I'm going to do now is get it opened up and go on to the rest of the review, so sit tight, everyone. And here we have Jimmy and Jay posing out of the packaging. Now before we get on to the figures, they did come with one accessory. In case you're wondering, yes, this is a surfboard, and why they come with a surfboard, I have no idea. I mean, it's not like the gimmick involves surfing, and this is just like a bad accessory, this breakaway, so I don't know, is this for like a Bash at the Beach stage piece, maybe? Yeah, I'm really confused on this. This doesn't make any sense to me. It is breakaway, like I said. It does match their pants, but other than that, why? Why is a question, and it's just a bewildering to me on why. But moving that off to the side, here we have the Usos out of the packaging, and let's actually have a look at Jimmy first. Yes, this is Jimmy. They are twins, but let's get a good 360 of Jimmy. I'm really liking this figure. I have yet to pick up the Elite Usos at the time I'm recording this, so I don't have a comparison for them. But for stand-in, this is a really nice Uso figure. I don't much care for this head sculpt. I don't care for the tongue sticking out. I don't know why they have this mold, but you know, you could do the same thing with just give both of them the same head sculpt and face paint, and give them the proper face paint, and it'll be the same thing. So, like I said, I'm not a fan of the tongue sticking out, but I really do like the figure. Now you can see his nice Samoan tattoo going on his left arm. I believe he also has it going on his right arm now, as well as on the chest, but you know, the figure's a little outdated, so can't really say much about that. But he does have the same articulation you come to expect from basic figures. He has a ball jointed head. He can look up, down, left and right, as well as tilt his head slightly. It's slight because of the way his head is sculpted, and the open mouth just makes it worse. But anyway, arms on a ball joint. They go out, do a full 360. They spin at the bicep, bend at the elbow, spin and bend at the wrist. Nothing in the torso. He has an ab crunch, although mine's kind of loose. Legs go forward and back. They don't go out. Okay, this leg does go forward and back, as you can see. This leg, however, goes forward and that far back, mainly because of this Uso towel. It only goes back to there, because it is blocking the hinge from moving all the way up, as you can see. But he also does have the added articulation of a swivel at the knee, which, if you remember Brock Lesnar review, Brock Lesnar also had a swivel in the knee. He bends at the knee single joint, spins at the boot, and has an ankle hinge. Really nice articulation. So what I'm going to do now is get Jay out here, and we'll continue the review, so sit tight really fast. And so here we have Jay posing out of the packaging. Let's get a good 360 of him. As you can imagine, he utilizes the exact same sculpt that his brother does. However, there is some slight details about him that's different. For instance, the head sculpt. I prefer this head sculpt over the other one, but like I said, I don't like the tongue sticking out, but that's just my personal preference. His tattoos are also different. He has a full sleeve on both his arms. He has the tattoo right here on his chest. I don't know what it says. I'd have to look it up. But really nice looking figure. He does have the face paint on his left side. And as you can see, he suffers from an even looser waist than his brother. Excuse me, just had to stretch my shoulders really fast. But he has the same articulation as his brother. He has a bulge in the head. He can look up, down, left and right, tilt side to side. Arms on a bulge and go out. Do a full 360. He spins at the bicep. Single jointed at the elbow. Spins and bends at the wrist. Nothing in the torso. Swivels at the waist, even looser. Left leg forward and back all the way. Right leg forward and again hindered by the towel. He spins at the knee. Bends single joint at the knee. He spins at the boot, really stiff joint. Has an ankle joint. And that's all his articulation. So what I'm going to do now is get him posed up and move on to my final thoughts of the Usos, and we'll wrap up with this review, so sit tight everyone. And here we have the Usos posed for my final thoughts, and overall, I really do enjoy the set. I don't have the elites to compare them to, and I am an elite collector, but for stand-ins, these guys are really nice, and they're going to do their job well as stand-ins representing the Usos. My only complaint is this surfboard. Why do they give the Samoans a surfboard? It's not like their gimmick deals with surfing. It's like a really far out accessory that I have no idea why they give them this. It's not like I'm going to display them with a surfboard or anything, but confused, yes. Confused as to why they did it, I'm not sure. But if you can find these guys, they're great looking figures. I picked mine up at Kmart for about $18.99 plus tax. You're essentially paying for two basic figures and an accessory, so that's a really fair price. If you can find these guys, I highly recommend you pick them up. They look great in your collection, and they're really nice if you don't already have the Usos. Even if you have the first release of the Usos, they're a nice update. With that being said, I'm King of Dragons 5000 saying I highly recommend the Usos, and I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.
He's a rocket and he's